Hello, everybody. Welcome to my new Sunday market breakdown. And yeah, let's start with the DXY as usually. So, previous weeks it was already the same kind of analysis, and I expect the same also because the weekly is still bearish. As we can see, the weekly, if I drew here, this is our high, this is our new low. This is one impulse for me. The weeks go over into each other, so this is one impulse. So what we can see, the weekly is bearish, but we had that weekly same lows. These are the same lows. So in a bearish market, we expect the same highs. What we already received was that weekly liquidity taken from the banks. And that's why they went to the upside, because they like to take weekly liquidity to take the retail traders out with that weekly pattern. And that's why we moved to the upside. You could already see some diesel here on the weekly with that multiple candles that had some difficulties to break that zone. So that's why also. So I expect the price to come back till this weekly highs to make potentially again this weekly low to go in a kind of uh yeah decision market, that it can move between these highs and these lows. That can happen and then break out of it, or it just break out and makes a new high. That's also possible, but for this I expect the price to go till this weekly high because the market is going very impulsively right now. If you compare it against this one, this is more impulsive than this one, so the bulls are present. So if I go now to the daily, so I'm at the daily, what can I see on the daily? We broke out of this major descending channel. You can see, yeah, at some point we break out of it. The price was getting tired and it wants to break out of it. So now we are in a bullish market on the daily and we are making a bullish M pattern. We have our first leg, second leg, third leg, potential fourth leg coming back till that first daily resistance that can become support, or it can go till that daily lows. Normally, I would take my daily zone on the whole IC here, like this. So normally I will do it like this, but there are some kind of traders that also do this, like this, the first zone. But I will just draw my whole candle IC there because there is the power mostly at. So yes, so I will draw my fake out zone here for our black line. Yes, so the price, I expect maybe a pullback after an impulse and correction. I'm not sure about it. It can also fly away to the weekly high and then going to the downside and make a pattern. So we will see what will happen. So if I go on the 4 hour, what we can see on the 4 hour is making clear higher highs and higher lows. Still, because this is our low, this is our new high, low, higher high. So we are making still that bullish M. So we need to change that first. So then USDCHF. If I go on the daily, what can you see? Or I will just go first to the weekly because, or at the monthly, it's more clearer at the monthly, because on the monthly you can see we came from a very big buying zone and we are rejecting from that, as you can see. So I expect the bulls are present and we can go to tap this IC, whole IC here, or this support that can become resistance. That's potentially the case there. So then I went to the weekly, and on the weekly you can see the price had some difficulties of around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks deceleration. So that's why we went to the upside once we touched the monthly low buying zone. So we have multiple weekly bullish candle closes this week, and yeah, the price has some room to touch this weekly previous lows. So this previous lows here that are all acting as support, which can become a resistance, and maybe it can go back to the downside or it can go to the weekly highs. Nobody knows for sure, but we have some space to the upside. So I went to the daily, and what I saw on the daily was we have here that nice natural M. So we have here, so the first leg, second leg, third leg, potential fourth leg, we have the same highs in a bullish market, so we expect the same lows. So what I can see is that the price is already making here that retrace candle, so it's an indication that we can go to the daily lows and then we can take a pattern for more upside momentum till the weekly um, zone or daily minus 27 with that ascending trend line also holding the price up. Uh, yes, can also draw it like this. It depends how you drew it. So yeah. So I expect maybe short-term momentum like on the DXY to make that bullish M in here, that natural M on USDCHF, and then go to the upside. That's what I can see right now. So then USDJPY, also USDJPY trade. So on the weekly, what can we see? We are going very impulsively and breaking this weekly resistance zone. We broke it very clearly, so we are bullish. And yeah, we can go on the daily then because the weekly was clear. And the daily, what it says to me, we have a bullish M. First leg, second leg, third leg, potential fourth leg coming back. Is if the DXY can go to the downside, then we can potentially touch this IC. Between all the blue candles, you have formed with candle. This is working like a magnet. So this can be a magnet and come back down correctively and then go up back to the upside. That's why I drew this daily zone at this IC here, institutional candle. So then I will go on the 4 hour, and the 4 hour not that clear, impulsive move, still making higher highs and higher lows. So yeah, we'll see what will happen there. Then AUDCAD on the daily, we will just go first to the weekly. On the weekly, we are bearish because we have here this bearish W from the weekly. Now we broke it this low, so now we are having that bearish W, and we can come back to potentially touch the support from that weekly that can act like resistance, which is aligning with that daily zone here a little bit, or daily highs. And we can also have here that weekly descending trend line here, holding the price down, maybe aligning with the daily highs from the daily pattern. If I go on the daily, you can see we have a bearish W. We have our first leg, second leg, third leg, potential fourth leg coming back to the daily first structured support that can become resistance here. So we already have a daily retrace candle. So it's a bullish indicational candle for potentially more upside momentum. So we can have here some struggles, or we can go to the daily highs and then make a pattern and then go to the upside. So I will see on the 4 hour if we are making already a pattern to the upside. And on the 4 hour, we made here a kind of bullish M on our previous lower high. And then, yeah, this previous um, lower high didn't got broken. So we are still bearish. Yeah, we are still bearish, but if you take the fib from the low here to the high, you can see the minus 60.80 from that bullish M is aligning with the daily zone. So this can be a nice, maybe potential move to the upside here and then making some pattern or diesel. Then the last one, CHFJPY, that I'm still looking at. So on the weekly, we are very bullish. We broke this weekly reverse point highs with a very big impulsive candle close. And we went till the daily. And on the daily, we have still that pattern like the other ones. We have that bullish M, first leg, second leg, third leg, potential fourth leg coming back to the daily IC, which is working like a magnet. And on the 4 hour, we just need to have some relief or correction counter to the trend here, which can align with this um, higher low here, and then we can take it maybe a pattern, ascending trend line holding the price up. So we will see what will happen. So I hope you have a nice trading week. Not that much pairs to look at, but yeah, I hope you have a great trading week, and see you next week. Bye.